Because our job is already done. We've already done our job. Once Yahweh Shai comes, that's just going to end this whole entire society. Because people got this whole thing, the idea of Jesus mixed up. They think when he comes back, he's going to bring peace. He's going to bring lolly ices and popsicles and hold people together, hold hands. No, the Lord is going to bring great wrath and great destruction. And you're going to be sizzling in that destruction if you ain't right. Okay, you're going to be hot sizzling in that lake of fire that he's going to bring, man. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Go on, brother.
Isaiah 19 verse 1.
Yeah.
The burden of Egypt.
Right, the burden of Egypt. Go on.
Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud.
Right, it says the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Now that cloud is really referring to what these astronauts or these astrologers call UFOs. Okay? That's what sort of way he's coming in. And he's going to come with the thousands of heaven. There's going to be many other angels coming along with him. Alright? And when them angels come down, man, it's just going to be zap, 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 zap. People are going to be lazily zapped out here. There's not going to be no mercy spared on the people, man. So if you think that we're rough with what we're saying, then you ain't seen nothing yet. Go on, brother.
Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud.
Right, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, because those UFOs, they're instantly swift. Okay, they're faster than the speed of light. Go on, brother.
And shall come into Egypt.
And shall come into Egypt. So what Egypt is this referring to? You can see the Bible is parabolic. Okay, and the only men that can receive the secret sayings or the parabolic sayings and interpret it the right way are the men of the Lord again, the prophets, whom you see in the highways and the byways, which Pastor Charlie Bolchuk can't interpret word for that. Okay, and even your modern day Christians too as well.
Amos 3 and 9.
What's that?
Amos 3 and 9.
Right, Amos 3 and 9. They will read that, bro.
So it said, I shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Right, the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. And that's talking about your celebrities today. They're going to be totally moved and ultimately toasted and destroyed, man. Okay, that's why you have a thing in America called Pop Idol. Okay, I don't know if they still playing that now, but they call it X Factor or whatever they call it, man. Because I don't really, I'm not into the TV, man. I haven't been watching TV in years, so I don't really know. So just, bear with me. But the thing about it is that basically, when you think about American culture, you think about celebrities and how people idolize these sort of figures. The Lord said that he was going to move them and destroy them. Go on.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved as presence.
Right.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Right, and the heart shall melt in the midst of it. So the whole entire system, or the spirit of America, and the man that's basically spearheading America, leading America to where it's going, that man is going to be dealt with. All right, and even the wisdom and understanding of America is going to be destroyed. The ideologies of it, okay, and that's why people are so messed up in the head, man. You got these East Indians, they look down on so-called Negroes because they see what America's been propagating them with this stupid ass rap music. Okay, when really the real culture of the so-called black man is what you see right now, the robes, the Bible. When you read the Bible, you're reading about the so-called Negro, whom you look down on. So where you from? What's your nationality?
Trinidad.
Huh?
Trinidad.
I know, but what?
Trinidad. Trinidad from the Caribbean.
But you're not literally Trinidad. People of Trinidad are so-called people like myself. So you gotta be East Indian.
Yeah,
You're East Indian. So what you would be, right? You're East Indian. So what you would be is you would be an Elamite. Are you familiar with the Persians and the Medes? Are you familiar with the Persians and the Medes?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, that's who you. That's your culture. That's what you go back to. So to speak, and they're gonna pay for what they've done to the nation.
But about the real Trinidadians are what? The real Trinidadians are.
Say that again.
Who are the real Trinidadians?
Well, no, what I was saying is the reason why I said you wasn't a real Trinidadian because basically the people that's in Trinidad are the so-called Negroes. So what I was getting at
well, I mean, it's kind of it's like 40-40, and then 40% Negro, like about 40%
Right.
Syrians. I've a good few cultures, but
Right. But what I'm saying, my man, is you're what you call the Elamites. That's what I was getting at, you know?
Revelations 1 verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him,
Yeah, every eye shall see him. Go on.
and they also which pierced him,
Yeah, hold on. Go on.
and all kindreds of the earth shall
Now, I'm
wail,
gonna deal with your question. Just hold on, man. You gotta be patient, man. Go on.
shall wail because of him.
Right, and they shall well because of him. So everybody, when the Lord comes back, he's gonna make a very royal entrance, man, on earth. It's gonna be a major entrance on the planet that he's gonna make. And when he makes that great entrance, he's gonna bring wrath and great destruction. Because we just bringing out the truth. That's all we bringing out, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's your question, my man?
I just wanted to ask you, like, alright, so you're a Christian, right?
You know, we're not Christians. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We're the real Jews.
Alright, but you follow the Bible, right? But when you say that the Bible is kind of forced on Africans,
Right. Well, you have to understand one thing, because see, I know what you're getting at. What you're getting at is you're probably alluding to the fact that the Bible doesn't belong to the so-called Negro, but it does. Okay, a lot of people, and this is what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying you per se. I'm just saying that's what the general people think. They think that the Bible is the so-called white man's book, but it's not. Okay, the men that.
That's not what I'm saying. Yeah,
Right. But I'm just expounding. I'm just letting you know. That's what. Yeah, what are you saying?
No, I was just asking, like, well, like, the fact that, like, most black Christians, they are black Christians because, like, their ancestors were enslaved.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. But
It's just, it seems like a kind of strange thing just to me. From
no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right on that. Because the thing about it is that the Bible and Christianity is two different things. And the reason why I can say that, because we do research here. Like not too long ago, a couple of hours back, I was doing a research based on the makeup of Christianity. What's the makeup of it? Is it biblical? And I find out that it's not. Okay, because what do Christians believe? They believe in the virgin birth, which that goes back to a paganistic sort of God.
That's true.
Which I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to ask you a question based on I'm going to deal with Christianity, basically. You know, I'm going to expound why I say Christianity has nothing to do with the Bible. So I'm going to deal with it right now. What's that? Okay.
So you would identify as Hebrew, like religiously?
Yeah, we're the real Jews. We're the real Jews. That's who we are. And really, when you understand something as well, the Roman Catholic Church, they redefine the whole time the virgin birth doctrine. There was a Roman Catholic Pope that defined the virgin birth theory. Which it is a theory. It's not real. It's a myth. It's the thing with that whole virgin birth doctrine. The Bible tells you how the Lord came out of the seed of David. And when you look up that word seed, the word seed means sperm, which ultimately means, you know, him and his mom had physical. But you gotta get ready, man. Come on now. I know it's hot, but you gotta be prepared. But when you deal, matter of fact, give me Romans 1 to 3 real quick. One more
you don't need to get too in depth, you know, I'm just asking, like,
No, but we have to get in depth, man. You gotta get in depth. This is what we keep going.
Romans 1 verse 3.
Yeah.
Concerning his son Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
Right, he was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. Not actually David, but through his lineage, great-grandfathers.
Right.
So that's where it all goes back to.
So to you, Jesus would be like a prophet, but not the son of...
No, he's the son of God. And the reason why he's the son of God...
I thought you said he wasn't a Christian.
No, listen. The reason why I say he's the son of God, because he's the begotten spirit. He's one of the first spirits, if you can see what I'm saying. Okay, out of all spirits. So he's the first guy that the Lord is dealing with. Going. Like, for example, if you know in the ancient world, and certain cultures still do it today, where, for example, let's say you have the first son, the father favors. He has more favor for the first son. So it's the same thing with the Lord. The Lord was more favored by Yahweh, the supreme power, because he was the first spirit going. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'll keep going. Yeah, so, and another thing too, what the Christians deal with is the whole idea of what is it, baptism. Now, baptism is not. It's not. I mean, the thing with baptism, the true baptism is the washing of the word. Okay, when you look at the word baptism, it means to be immersed through the word of the Lord, because it tells you in John 7 that basically the word of God is as many waters. So that's how you truly cleanse yourself through the word. But people do baptism because of a paganistic deity. Okay, that's what it goes back to. All right, but yeah. So the thing about it is, my man, what you gotta know is this: is that you're of the nation of Elam. And we have to tell you the truth. And the truth of the matter is your people. Okay. Because what you have is what you have in India today. You have a group of people called the Dalits. Are you familiar with the Dalits? Now those people are actually Israelites. They are people. So when you look at it from the standpoint of view, not only is the so-called Europeans oppressing the Israelites that look like being this brother, okay, but you also have the East Indians, the actual Elamites, that are oppressing the people of oppressing the untouchables, the Dalits, and they're what we call Israelites. So your people are going to pay for that.
But how are they Israelites? Like, I know you're talking about how are they
You know how they
Israelites?
Israelites? Because when you
I thought they
understand.
were just Indians born like in
No, they're Israelites. And I'm going to explain why. Because you understand something. Those people that's called the Dalits, those people actually go back. They actually go back to the ancestors that was enslaved. Because you had not only did you have a westernized slave transportation slave trade, excuse me, but you also had an eastern transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, the Ottoman.
Okay. So those people that were involved in the slave ships or that got transferred from one land to another land, those are Israelites.
But Indians never brought Israelites to India to be.
They look like Indians, but they're Israelites.
But when did that happen?
What's that?
When in history did that happen?
Well, I say about the 15th century, but I gotta look into it a little bit more. I know that there was an eastern slave trade.
I gotta get going, but thanks for talking. I'm saying
No, we don't shake hands. We do this, man. All right, but the thing about it is, my man, just know one thing is that you're going into captivity. You're going into slavery because of what your people have done.
Oh, yeah?
Going all the way back during the time of the Persians and stuff like that. What you're doing now.
Yeah.
So that's all you gotta do. That's what you gotta look for, my man. And I'm not insulting you. I have to just tell you the truth. Go on, bro.
Oh, it's your truth, man.
No, it's not my truth. It's the entire truth.
Well,
Go on.
I guess we'll see how it goes.
No, it's the entire truth. Because see, these other nations, they don't want to admit the fact that they're going downhill and they're going to be our servants. But that's just the truth. You're going, brother. You where you go.
Can you move the thing to the left a little bit?
Yeah. Because that's going to fly away.
So I can step on that ball.
So say, and they also which pierced him, all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Right, and those that pierced him, right, and those that be upon the earth shall wail because of him. There's a Lord, Yahweh Shah, he knows the two men through his spirit on who pierced him back 2,000 years ago. Right, because even 2,000 years ago, our people knew about reincarnation. And we've regained that knowledge back and the understanding of that. That's the only way you could break that down, because the people that pierced them, they're no longer living. A man can't live for 2,000 years. So how do you break that down? The only way you break that down is by understanding the whole concept of reincarnation, which means back in the flesh. So those souls that pierced them, they're either police officers or high-level police officers or somewhere. And when the Lord comes, the Lord is going to basically have them stick out, right? It's going to stick out they're going to stick out to the Lord like a sore thumb. And then he's going to destroy them. Go on, brother.
John chapter 19, verse 32. Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first and of the other that was crucified with him.
Yeah, read that one again. Read that verse again.
John 19, verse 32. Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first and of the other which was crucified with him.
Right. And that's what they did. That's what those how you say it, man? That's what those Septurians did. Okay, they pierced him. They pierced his back. When you watch the show, when you watch the movie, The Passion of Christ, you see how they just pierced him all over the place. And then once they got done piercing him and torturing him, they put him on a cross. And then what they did with the crosses, they let the cross fall on top of it. So those Roman Septurians that pierced them, they're back here all over again. And the Lord is going to get right at them now. And they're going to stick out like a sore thumb, and the Lord is going to get them raised in hell. Okay, and not only is he going to raise hell, but he's going to also, not only is he going to get at those two souls, those two wicked evil souls that pierced them 2,000 years ago, but he's going to raise hell in this whole entire planet. Okay, and that's who you call Jesus Christ. All right, which we're declaring in these last days as the men of the Lord, the prophets. Go on.
But when they came to Yahweh Shai and saw that he was dead already, they break not his legs. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side.
What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? This is not a joke. This is not a joke, man. No, this is not a joke. You're not going to take pictures right here. Okay? This is not a joke. See, this is the thing with these Edomites, man. They think that everything's a joke because they're nothing but big kids. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
You spoke my day.
I know, but this is something serious. This is a political situation. You know, and that's just the thing, because see, they can do all of that right now because they're in, you know, the Lord ain't dealt with them yet. The minute the Lord deals with them, then it's not going to be no more playing games. While people are playing around, guess what? This society is going to result to an evil time. The evil time is gradually coming around. But see, that's what I'm saying, brother. You got to stay in the spirit, because see, shit like that that's Satan. You know, Satan can mess with your mind and make you get stupid. You know, and that's just the whole thing. But these devils, they're going to pay for everything that they've done, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on, brother.
But when they came to Yahweh Shai and saw that he was dead already, they break not his legs.
Right.
But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side.
Right. So one of the soldiers pierced his side. Go on.
And forthwith came there out blood and water.
Right. So the so-called white man has to deal with that. He has to pay for all of that shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I mean, really, I can't really get mad at those two individuals over there. They're just bored. They ain't got nothing else to do. As usual, most people are bored because they can't really find something to do that's gonna spark their mindset or stimulate their brains. So they come out over here and they take pictures like a bunch of children because they ain't got nothing else to do. When a child is bored, they just do stupid shit. That's what you have out here. But when there's martial law in the streets, okay, and there's all sorts of death flowing throughout these streets, then it's not going to be a game. When World War III hits, home, it's not going to be a game. Go on, brother.
Read the 9, it says, and he that saw it bear record, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe.
Right.
For these things were done, that the scripture should be fulfilled.
Right.
A bone of him shall not be broken.
Right, because he was that lamb, like for example, the Passover lamb. You ain't supposed to break the bones. So he was that sacrificial lamb, so to speak. But that's not, I mean, that's a good thing we can go into, because, you know, we have to also pinpoint what the Lord did. It's lucky what the Lord went through with these 2,000-year-old Romans, man. Okay, so the so-called white man, not only does he have to pay for enslaving our people and jacking up the earth to where it's at right now, but also he has to pay for what he did 2,000 years ago. And even all the way back to the time of Babylon, when they said racist, when they was trying the nations to destroy our city. So they have to pay for all of that. You know, so it says them right. You know, they might as well take pictures and act the fool, because they're in their time, and their time is dwindling down. So they gotta have as much fun as they can. Get drunk to oblivion, do what they gotta do, because their time is short. Okay, that's all it is. So I understand that. Go on, brother.
And again, another scripture saith, they shall look on him whom they pierced.
Right, and the scripture says that they shall look on him whom they have pierced. So now we're going to go back to, what is it, Jeremiah, I think it's Jeremiah. Yeah, Isaiah 49. It says,
Isaiah 47, middle of verse 3, I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man.
right, and that's why the Lord said he was going to take vengeance and he will not meet thee as a man. So when the Lord comes down here in the world called Jesus Christ, it's just going to be nothing but people getting zapped. Okay, there's going to be fire all over the place, man. That's why I told you in Luke, I believe it's 21, where the Lord said, I shall bring fire, but what would I have been if it already be kindled? It's before the Lord comes, man. This society is going to be in the midst of civil disobedience on a higher level, like you've never seen before. Okay? Because what's going to start happening is things are going to shut down. All of the things that people rely on are going to shut down due to the economic collapse. And the economic collapse is right around the street. Okay? So when that time comes, man, ain't nobody going to be playing no games out here. People play games. People like to pick fun at us, come around us and act stupid like a bunch of children. Grown-ass men. Grown-ass men that should know a lot and should know better. You got grown-ass men that's older than us and they act like freaking children. You understand? So that's letting you know that this society, man, it's gotta go. Because this society got people so stupid and so childish that it's not even funny. Go on, brother.
As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name.
Right, as our Redeemer, because who is the Lord going to redeem? Is Yahweh Shai going to redeem all nations? No. The truth of the matter is he's going to redeem the nation of Israel. The so-called black man, the so-called Latino man, and Native American man. That's who the Lord is going to redeem. The word redeem means to buy back. So how do you redeem something have you never even bought before? How would the Lord buy back Elam when he never bought Elam in the first place? Why would he redeem Esau if Esau wasn't bought in the first place? That don't make no sense. Go on, brother.
The Holy One of Israel.
Right, the Holy One of Israel. Go on.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right, go on.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Right, and thou shalt no longer be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Because America's going to get dumb. Okay? America's not going to be that delicate virgin anymore. Okay? She's going to get touched. She's going to be penetrated, which the word penetrate means to humble. Okay? By those mysteries. That's just the whole program. But you know, and at the same time, man, something got me thinking about this, right? You know how with the superstars, because you had a joker, old grown-ass, bugged-out joker come up here and wanted to take pictures over here. So the Spirit of the Lord is revealing that we're the real superstars, man. We're the real guys that you report back to. All right, because the Lord is raising that spirit of royalty on brothers, man. The spirit of Yahweh Shai, that royal, vibrant spirit. And that's why people, they want to take pictures and all of that and then some. And the Bible even fulfills the fact that we will be a spectacle unto all people.
I'm just thinking that.
You understand? They want to get down with the vibe, and they want to feel the vibe that we feel, and they want to be a part of our vibe. But guess what? You can't be a part of our vibe. Okay, this is VIP, baby. Go on, brother.
It said, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness,
right,
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
And look up that word darkness, Baba Bashar. You know, and that's just the thing. People want to take pictures of us, man. And mainly the people that want to take pictures of us are Edomites. Because they don't got no flavor. We got all the flavor in the world. We the main superstars, man. You know, we didn't have to sell our soul, make no goddamn rap video to get recognition, man. What we're doing is worthy of high recognition. Okay? That's what it is, man. So, I mean, brothers, expect that, man. Expect a bunch of devils to come up wanting to take pictures and selfies and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? That's all people like to do. You know, they on the train or they on the bus and they literally got a phone in front of their face. Like a goddamn robot, man. Soon what they're gonna start doing is this. And they already got the technology out. They got these big ass headphones. They got these big ass head glasses on, right? And they got a thing called Google Glass and stuff like that. So what they want to do is they want to merge people with the internet of things. That's what they want to do. They want to make people like robots, and that's why they got those Google Glasses and things like that, so that people can walk around like this, like a bunch of goddamn idiots. You understand? Because people are already doing it already. They taking selfies on the airplane because they bored. They unwise and they silly people, so they just take selfies everywhere they go, and they put the damn shit on Facebook. Okay, go on, brother. Showing you that there's no wisdom in this society. The wisdom and the understanding of the society is dwindling apart. It's madness. You know, when you subscribe to the things that the television brings out to you, it can make you bonkers, man. And it can dwindle your growth as a man and as a woman. Go on, brother.
Which shows you, because in the ancient times, the earth was called Eden.
Yeah.
Which is synonymous for what? For the word pleasure. And right now, there's no pleasure in the earth, so they want to create a virtual world.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which brings out
takes,
the pleasure.
Yeah, which takes people away from the actual reality of what's really, away from this, you know what I'm saying? To create some kind of pleasure somewhere else, a virtual pleasure, where, you know what I mean?
Right. Because really, and you're right about that, brother, because you're supposed to get pleasure from your reality, not from some cyborg or some virtual reality. And that's what they got. So they've taken away the pleasure of the reality. And what they've done is they've got people juiced in to this virtual reality madness and TV. So because they don't have no pleasure in their real life, they want to find it elsewhere on TV. But while they're sitting on their asses watching TV, their brains are getting softer and softer and weaker and weaker. And that's why you have a load of old people throughout the process of time that have Alzheimer's. You know what Alzheimer's mainly comes from? It mainly comes from that TV. Because when you understand what the TV rays do to your brain, it makes it mushy like a sponge, so to speak. And that's why most people, when you try to conversate with them, they really can't conversate properly. They talk about shenanigans because of the madness that they see on TV and because their brains have been weakened. Okay, go on, brother.
And the word darkness, darkness, obscurity, darkness, secret place, darkness, misery, destruction, death, ignorance, sorrow.
Right, so it's misery, destruction, death, and sorrow. So that's what the Lord is going to bring in this world to come, in this society to come. Okay, so read that verse again where it speaks about darkness, brother.
Sit down silent and get thee into darkness.
Right, sit down silent and get down into darkness. And see, that's what I've been saying. People of mindsets are just dwindling to a child. Grown-ass men, 40, 50, walking around like they're children. No sort of morals, no sort of decorum, just acting like a damn beast. And that's what you have out here. And that's why we got to be careful who we surround ourselves with. And I'm talking to the men of the Lord that's in His truth. You got to be very careful who you associate yourself with in this world. Because these people are friggin' mad. They're friggin' bunkers, these people out here. They're friggin' mad, man. Go on.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
Right.
I was wroth with my people. I polluted mine inheritance.
The Lord was wroth with us because of what we've done, the disobedience that we caused. So the Lord brought us so low and brought us to this gutter that we call this revival of ancient Rome right now. And we live in a world that we see wickedness and it vexes us and we can't do nothing about it. What it is, the Lord is showing us something, man. The Lord has it to the point where our women, they go on the bed with these other nations and stuff like that to provoke us to jealousy. Because we provoke Him to jealousy. So the Lord is showing the Israelite man what it means and how he feels when we brought him to jealousy. Okay? And that's just the whole thing about it. But sooner or later, this gutter that we're in, this world that we're living in right now, is going to be totally destroyed, man. We're going to receive the peaceful, righteous, handsome kingdom. Okay? That's what we're going to receive in the future. Go on, brother.
said, I have polluted mine inheritance.
Right, but you gotta read the verse where it speaks about the darkness.
Read it up, verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into
Right, it
darkness.
says, sit down silent and get thee unto darkness. Now the brother looked up the word darkness. What's the Hebrew word again? You don't have to go into it, though. It's alright. But the thing about it is there was a couple of definitions at the very end that the brother was reading, and the definitions for darkness was death, sorrow, and misery. So that's what the Lord is going to bring on America, especially and obscurity. Okay, obscure or to be in obscurity. Okay, and that's what the Most High is going to bring. He's going to bring the environment of death, sorrow, and misery, and we're going to see it. We're gonna see it right around the corner. Go on, brother. It's just going to get so bad out here that they passed the law, the Civil Contingency Act bill, which was passed in 2004. They're going to pass the bill. And that bill includes how, let's say for example, a major cyber attack happened in a major city such as London. What they'll be able to do is move people out of their homes into an internment camp or inside of a grocery store. I'm gonna get into that later on. Go on, brother. So people are playing games, man. People just don't know. But it's all right because the prophecy has to be fulfilled. I know I'm talking to you. We're gonna get to the scriptures in a minute. But I just want to just say one thing. It tells us in, what is it, 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, that the day of the Lord shall come suddenly as a thief in the night. So that has to come in effect. Go on, brother. We're just going to let the scripture speak more now.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
Right.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand.
Right, and the Lord has polluted his own inheritance and given us to thine hand. The hand of those that are the oppressor, the race of oppressors. The Lord has given us unto their hands because of the ill deeds that we've done. But the Lord is going to yank us from out of our enemies' hands. That's what's going to happen. And he's not going to selfly take us. He's going to yank us, man. He's going to rape his men from out of the destruction. Because the word rape means to cease. People think that the word rape is dealing with sex or anything like that, but it means to cease. Okay, go on, brother.
It says, and given them into thine hand, thou didst show them no mercy.
Right, and thou didst show them no mercy. So when you see those Negroes in America, in the States, getting gunned down or shot down or smacked upside the head, all right, that's them showing no mercy. And even going all the way back to the early 19th century, how they were lynched, okay, how their bodies were dismembered and mutilated. So that was the lack of mercy that Esau showed, man. Okay, and also he has to pay for the destruction of the earth. Go on, brother.
James 2 verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
Right.
And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Right, read that verse again.
James 2 verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy.
Right, he shall have judgment without mercy. Go on.
That have showed no mercy.
That has showed no mercy. So the Lord obviously had Esau rule over us, but what did Esau do? He furthered the affliction by showing us no mercy, shooting our young men and women down in the street, and all of that. And then some, and even though, you know, they kind of deserve it, but guess what? The Lord is going to add insult and injury to them too. Okay, and that's what it's all about, baby. Go on.
It says Matthew 5, verse 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Right, and blessed